They know I took a shit, people will be like, oh, they are an ugly human.
Just like an echo chamber.
You never want to go to a car. Then I sprayed her.
A few stories.
I've heard a few horror stories,
I've heard a few horror stories, yeah. Oh.
One time...
To spend time wiping this away,
Yeah.
like cleansing yourself. Because then you're like, how am I...
Documentary.
It's fun to explore a topic like that is like so prevalent and somehow...
First thought, it's the only time you smell Febreze. He's such an unattractive... I mean, not everyone, but the bathroom.
Yeah, if people recognize you and they want to talk to you.
Because that's how it is when you... This documentary was talking about how men view women when they poop and like how we don't want to hear about...
Convinced me that just the relief of it all.
This documentary right here.
I mean, it's probably gonna try and beat him out for the...
That my butt and stomach have just been like, all right, you ain't gonna go at all tonight. But...
The things kids do to solidify other kids' humiliation and disgust. Like, yeah, like, it messes with your brain because then you realize, oh...
Is it locked?
Neutral is the...
Ever been comfortable enough to just go to a new person's place for the first time? Really uncomfortable with just even...
They're just like, no matter whether you did or not,
of the apartment.
Yeah!
On the grass.
Yeah!
And then sure enough, they turn on the sink in the bathroom.
And just run, perhaps?
Because I think Aisha Tyler brings it up in the documentary. We see a woman...
If you're with people...
I want to point out quickly that the documentary is really funny too. Because of the fact that you're cutting back and forth between a lot of funny thing to do. When everyone does it, most people do. It seems like the big general consensus is you drink a glass of cold water is the first thing in the morning. My own stories and my own insights. Is that such what they're doing?
And I actually had an out loud discussion at work one day with a few...
And gross, yeah. So I feel like if... But one just like, what for it? But that's how I think people will view me.
Get a handle on your anger.
Guys will do it all the time and just expect...
Double standard of the like, I can shit anywhere.
It just seems cheap and lazy. Hearing some of the stories here in my bedroom, I just brought up like, how come we're all uncomfortable? It's a very unattractive thing.
Pretty socially agreeable idea that it's like a shit prison.
Because I've talked with John about this. I actually remember a little bit before moving into this apartment. I made room for McDonald's. I move. I'm gonna shit my pants.
Oh, you're hungry.
Let me sniff your butt. I'm like, no, you can't sniff my... There's some hilarious timing yourself, because if you go under a minute, people will think you took a piss. Some people do that. People are so comfortable talking about pooping. And some people are just...
You learn people's philosophies, you hear...
And just take a shit for like 10 to 20 minutes and just, you know, like...
It's gonna take a while for me to reach that comfort zone.
I get uncomfortable because I don't want to be...
I don't think I've ever had this be a problem of it all.
Yeah.
I used one and it was like
Got up at like 7 in the morning, got my McDonald's, but there were so many people. And I tried calling people, but all their phones were dead because everyone was hungover.
Toilet papers and like different attachments for your toilet.
I thought for this video, most I could do is just share some of mine. For some reason, when I got back, I just really had to go, and I'm like, I know if I yeah.
There's one story of this talk.
Yeah.
Like,
so imagine this video, but with a bunch of different...
Had just kind of a...
Actually, when I did... Everyone knows he's shitting! Or it's like you jiggle it to test if it's locked, but you do that, it unlocks the door. And you're like... The documentary actually did get me thinking in a weird way, because it's not
about poop. Prismic, in a way, is king, and so I've gotten a lot more loose about pooping.
Dude, having to poop after drinking coffee. It got me thinking about my childhood, because we were
musically inclined in any persuasion, then yeah, like it's
telling. Going to take a shit and
conversation start.
And I said, I started in 2nd grade. I really had to take a crap. And class, it's like the nastiest fart when you just like, you just take a shit. And you starter. It's a compilation of so many different thoughts and opinions, and
it's a daily occurrence. And that comfortable talking about sex.
No, don't go to the bathroom. I took a shit in my pants.
Oh no!
In a cheat day, and then the next day you take like
See, I dread the less than. Isn't that hilarious? How you can control your sphincter, sir?
It's not how people are comfortable with just pooping and letting me know. Although one time I did date a girl, I got a phone call. A second later. Yeah, just waiting outside. Just went to go grab some.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna have
the first carpeted bathroom. Well, catch anything
can happen to your stomach.
So I literally went in the front bar, John and I.
Inconsiderate craps that come out.
One bit talking about poop and the different categories of it, you know, between men and women. I just blamed it on her nails.
Blamed what?
I was like, oh, it hurts because of your long nails.
A constant cycle.
It's a constant cycle,
Always
man.
regular.
Sometimes I get so stressed if
Mankind's most vulnerable days. Precious little cultural middle ground between disgusting and hilarious.
yeah, Ortson's in it.
A headache from not pooping.
Yeah.
Like somehow you're
Had a famous music video on YouTube of
repping the
drinking coffee,
YouTubers.
and when really I was just
hilarious.
yeah.
Actually.
Rob Corddry has a lot of moments in it.
Yeah.
Simon Rex is in it.
Swear and talk about it with full disclosure, but you have to.
What is a true story? And also you can check. Oh, I like talking about. And then the teacher just wouldn't let me go to the bathroom, which is cruel. If a kid has to go to the bathroom, it's because they.
And they're like, you need to.
The second story that I have is easily the worst. Mentioning or letting it be known, some people aren't this one away because before McDonald's was doing all-day breakfast, required to actually experiment with stand-up comedy, and I wrote a whole stand-up bit because I found that to be a strong party at a sibling's place. We all got drunk and we
Like poop in a bunker 5 blocks.
are the wrong way to do it, but I can't imagine doing
How much is it gonna take? When will it stop? And we've all been there.
girl
who shit on my chest.
who didn't who did not flush the toilet. My girl was doing it to me with her finger, and I felt like I had to go to a movie and I have to go poop. And if I was in there at one point too talking about
Couple science
some
type. Well, and you're hungover, right? Like there's that no matter who you are, you just have to do
that is subject that is weirdly and it was a neatest stuff.
every conceit.
Their chick to just have sex with them whenever they want.
Yeah, I've never understood that.
Well, no, because I was worried that people were gonna judge me for getting McDonald's. Every time you say that. They're not. This documentary made me think of uncomfortable stories.
Oh, let's do it.
One uncomfortable story. I made it my goal to have a hangover McDonald's breakfast be viewed as ugly
And gross.
and taboo. I don't know.
Hey man, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
like
men
I
can
can't.
poop it. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that note of stories in here that are just worth checking out that we wouldn't want to ruin for any of you guys. So much probiotics and fiber throughout the day.
Number 1 spot.
It might be a close number 2.
From here.
And also the guys who like anal.
Oh, yeah.
Don't. No,
Like there's maybe a foot rug or something just for appearance.
Yeah.
Discreet understanding of the excrete activities we were about to
It's about how he gets timed on when he goes to fight every time one of our videos is up. I had an ex-girlfriend who had a part.
Sitting down.
I've heard the best way to do it is to squat. That's an improv class.
Oh yeah, I thought about this the entire participation.
Yeah.
Subtlety is the key.
Paul Shear's in it. Terrence Southern, who already touches on how we pooping. I live with this guy. I go like 3 to 4 times a day. I take a lot of fiber. That's how I lost a bunch of
Tidings. Then imagine the conversation.
Come in here. What is this?
Oh, you how so taboo in Western toilets. You're just in the wrong position.
Yeah.
You're just not supposed to be.
Go to take a shit after the first minute, and if you haven't flushed, everyone's gonna be like, types of poop in the history of poop. Marriage, who I hear is a hot wife now. He was even like, I'll sniff your butt right now. I'm like, yeah, I shit my pants. Guys on the flippity flip.
And yet there's no baseline understanding of how we all feel about it.
I don't know anyone who's ever that whenever you smell it, you automatically go where it's like for February 16th, which is today.
They got time. It's digital now.
And this documentary,
our pooping mechanism
is the bathroom door next to the toilet. Girl who's coming.
Oh.
And then I came back and they talk about going to take a shit or shitting is just funny to people, it's just talk about shitting. Everyone does it, yet we're so uncomfortable to
we are not flattered by our
blushes. Maybe you can do it under a minute and get the job done.
In my life, I have kind of had
a little floating piece. You're like, I gotta flush the toilet again now, and now everyone's gonna know. We edit the documentary before available for release on video on demand. You could also buy it on iTunes, be in select theaters. Slowly see all the other students' heads turning like.
As if there's a mishap in the carpeted bathroom. Then
you can't clean that up. And the other countries that use bidets.
Oh, I've used a bidet. It is
as a society to talk about poop. There's one of my favorite parts about this. It actually cuts back and forth between a lot of different comedians primarily. There's some other people.
I know. I feel like I know you even better now.
This documentary is just
ever here
because it echoes in there. Rarely.
Guess what it was about?
It was about people talking about a bunch of funny poop stories.
It is a corner of comedy.
It's a corner of the different perspectives. It all come down to Dude, I am all about the
Body
healthiest
pop.
way, and that Western positions are that's a health hazard if you don't let them like, I
On it for 5 minutes.
Just lets people know that you're because
We
wait,
keep
man.
regular, baby.
I take poop in someone else's place. Always a ninja experience you're trying to master because you're topic of conversation in any relationship I hop into.
Oh yeah, it's a hurt. There's a learning curve.
I heard it's a pleasant experience.
Once you get over the initial shock,
held it in for so long.
people, we round tabled it, shared our thoughts on pooping, and somebody can
Guys, we just saw a documentary, people, called Poop Talk.
poop only smell of an untouched bathroom, and they
It's a healthy thing to do. The bathroom's just a scary place, man. I mean,
well, and they all so many of them you
all of them. Hashtag Poop Talk. So it's
is-
so hard
is
to clean.
fascinating.
It's so hard to clean.
because it's just like caked in.
Theories they have going on.
We're gonna make our own YouTube version. You pointed this out in your routine. Like so many bathrooms have terrible acoustics. It's
Rated bathroom. Can you imagine that?
well,
Then we are about pooping now.
and we're not even.
Holy shit, guys.
We have whole systems for discretion.
Our goal with this video is we're hoping they
Recording booth bathroom so that you can, do voiceovers, but also crap it.
first time. Because it's all true. The different experiences. Like some
There's so much weirdness surrounding it. Like, it is one of the weirder topics of human culture into your everything. That really expands the experience out. To me, that's worth, like...
notification bell to get notification locks are the buttons. The ones
we all do. And the documentary character arc about it. I used to be one of those people who was like, I can only poop at home. And then experiment getting pegged and you're not prepared. I've heard of we've all been there. And so that's the stuff that like this. When really even campaigns all over the world to discourage people from pooping in the streets to this day.
This is home for them. I have many a bowel movement, and sometimes I just feel like a champion because when you have and I walked in and went,
Comedians who come from other countries and stuff, the command on Johnny's face is all over the...
you will know that I like a good
Good
poop
poop
talk.
joke.
We
I also touched upon the idea, which blows my mind, which is like recent knowledge. No one will...
documentary that surprisingly gets you thinking about shit, or we hear about her doing it. We're just like, oh god, now I'm gonna imagine that when I'm having sex with her.
Right, where this comedian talks about basically pooping on an airplane.
Like, I'm gonna shit on your hand right now if you don't take your finger out. Like one person, the guy from Modern Family who's featured in this documentary, threw up earlier on myself. And then the bully in the class, Matthew, oh, that's poop. People were gathering around me. I never owned up. I was don't go, I get a headache, and then I've had
Real life poop stories. They talk to
a lot of probiotics and fiber and
you dogged her. You did it like the family dog.
No, check it out in certain theaters. I'm telling you guys, it's worth watching. It's a really funny doc.
Approaches it from all kinds of angles.
Times where it's not funny at all.
That apparently just
I was like, no. All right, guys, links in the description box to further took a shit.
Yeah,
if you smell Febreze in a bathroom, oh, they took a shit. That's just the first.
Your body was like, whoa, we got
You did?
Yes.
We were in an improv class when we were much younger. At one point, we were there. I didn't go to take my morning poop. And do it at least once in there, like Dr. Drew Pinsky. There's I think an endocrinologist.
a wiggling and giggling extravaganza until I mind.
Wow, and someone's like, you take a shit? You take a shit?
Yeah. The point that gets brought up multiple times. It's one of the few things.
Want shit to happen. That's a gamble you gotta be willing to take.
Dudes who want everyone must cross.
Yeah, I've never dated a
Yeah.
I have no idea of actually
I rubbed your nose in the...
Worst though is when so the movie Poop Talk is available on demand. You can download it off iTunes. I'm so relaxed about that.
Depending on whose place it is, I can make it quick. You gotta enjoy this the right way.
I think the worst bathroom
With this, we have to muscle through
is
how close the bathroom is to where they are. But there are a few other people too, and they
Bobby
talk about
Lee's in it. Yeah.
Bobby Lee, and they talk. They're
Yeah.
ouch.
You get uncomfortable. One of my biggest fears today, and that's having to go. And a lot of this documentary, front gate was locked. I didn't want to wake everyone. I'm like in a long, just like I'm the champ right there. That's a key.
Can't escape, and it's everyone's thinking about you and poop together. This is a thing that in my vulnerable insecurity.
I feel like when we're comfortable talking about sex, you gotta watch it early, but it's actually being available.
They do approach this topic from
It all doesn't crash there that night, and in the morning.
there are whole industries like
Kidding!
mind over mattered and was like, no, people enjoy.
No, I can't.
If it's like a lady, romantic.
February 16th. So if you're not watching Black Panther, go watch Toilet after, and you're to do it outside that one person's apartment.
In just the privacy of knowable angle.
Take the poop to the moon.
I really about poop, if you haven't seen my Call Me By Your Name review of all the other documentary interviews,
I was pooping.
I hate that comment when you come back after go to the bathroom. I didn't want to tell her that because I was like, maybe I want her to do it again later. So like, there's some hilarious shit that people have commented. Farting, pooping, it is. And there's ways to do it where it can be funny. There are McDonald's for myself. My favorite parts were about the men and women in this.
Poop comes from the anthropology.
Yeah.
There's butterfly poop at one point.
Yeah.
I think every relationship I've ever had is just
it does not deviate.
It does not deviate. People and you disappear for too long.
Yeah.
You just know you're like, I gotta come up with something so they don't think. There's one thing you
throw in our conversations in the middle of famous people being interviewed about it.
Their poop.
And then you look into
of like sense and
I was the first to go to the bathroom, and some teachers are just like different comedians. In there you see Adam Carolla, Aisha Tyler.
Oh, she's
You'd think I would have done that whenever they want.
Dudes have free right to be disgusting, and women have to be like sterile and eating a burger at the same time. And that's basically what we like to do here.
Yeah.
Is, you know, just keep it a
How do you know that cliche? Nick
Oh yeah, because you need perfect.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes there is worth 2 flushes.
Yeah.
In the math of poop.
About my biggest fear, which is king. That I am king of Wakanda shit right there. But the fun thing about this documentary is this whole thing stays on topic.
Your body just like crunches the signal up into your head, and those can't be good thoughts.
No,
we're gonna
soundproof.
Have a combination.
You don't want people to know. That's the thing. You got to be discreet about it. Again, of like, why are we uncomfortable with it? And then I had to squat, and that was the easiest shit I've ever did.
Really?
God. This documentary gets you thinking about a lot of things because people find it to
conversation about poop sex.
Oh,
that's the hardest talk to have.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Totally Tubular Man 66. Today I'm coming out with a brand new video. We're gonna be reacting to a person who reacted to Dylan the Dead's video. And it was pretty good, man. People wanted me to react to it, so that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get right.